Alright, we're going to do a quick straining of my garlic tincture. It's been curing for 11 weeks now. 8 weeks is your recommended, wait time period for at least. It can definitely go longer than that. So, here it is. It changed color early on, but because vodka is clear, and a little bit of it's floating, and most of it's just on down there in the jar. Now I'm gonna tell you, this stuff, it smells potent. I could smell it coming out of the cabinet for several weeks ever since it's been in there. But it's time to go ahead and get it tinctured and put it in this bottle and get it labeled. We'll talk more about what it's good for in just a minute. Let's go ahead and get her strained. Alright, we're going to do this as careful as possible. Like I said, I'm one-handed at this. One hand on the camera, one hand on the tincture bottle. And I do not want to spill garlic everywhere for nothing. So let's go ahead and strain that garlic. Probably a spoon. Just want to kind of push down without making this little strainer fall over and spill the whole garlic tincture on the floor. That would be bad. That would just be so bad. Not because of the smell or nothing like that, but because of 11 weeks into making this tincture. Now, how do you make a garlic? How do you make garlic tincture? You get you some fresh garlic cloves, you peel them, and then you cut them in little bitty pieces. See, like that right there? And all you do is you get you a jar of some sort, and let's see, how much did I use? I think I used about half a jar of fresh cut up garlic. Yeah, it was about half the jar. Whatever size you're going to use, put about half of cut up garlic in there. And then fill the rest of it with, I use vodka, 80 proof. If you can get 100 proof, that's great, but 80 proof is fine. That's what I make all my tinctures with, and it's a lot easier for me to get my hands on. So, you put it in a dark place and you let it sit for 8 weeks plus, at least 8 weeks, and then you strain it like we're doing right here. So let me go ahead and get the rest of this strained, and I'll be back. Okay, we got about 9 ounces in it, but I've learned to go ahead and use a 16-ounce storage bottle instead of an 8-ounce, because I'm not wanting to put it in a small container yet. So now we're just going to pour our garlic tincture into the bottle. Let me get y'all lined up here. These funnels are so cool. And it smells potent. I mean, it really smells potent. Okay. Every drop you can get. Every drop counts in a tincture, y'all. There we go. Okay. I know. Like, come on, girl. Last one. Plop. Alright, good enough. Now you're gonna take that off there. And we got just a little over half a bottle. Alright. Got that smelly thing in there, because we'll have to let that soak in some hot dishwater. No kidding now. Alright, put your lid on yonder. And there you have it. You got your garlic tincture for what you need. Now, what do you need a garlic tincture for? That is a good question. And I usually try to write down a few notes, because learning so many herbs, it's nice to have a list to kind of read off of, because one day you'll learn it off your head. But until then, we need a little bit of help here. Alright, the garlic tincture. It is known to be an antibiotic, okay? And when I say an antibiotic, there are different infections out there it can fight, and it has been proven to fight. Do your own research on that, please. It contains, if I'm saying this right, allicin, 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 which is where it gets its medicinal properties from and where it actually gets its smell. Okay, it is antiviral, which means it can combat viral infections like the common cold and flu. It has been known to boost metabolism and can be an appetite depressant. It's also a known blood thinner. So if you're on a blood thinner medication, I was on Eliquis. I forget even the milligrams, but I was on Eliquis. Now, me personally, this is what I did. I ain't telling y'all to do this. You do your own thing. But I took myself off of that crap. And, you know, like I said, I take my cayenne pepper tincture, my hawthorn berry tincture every day for heart palpitations and for my heart, because they're heart tonics. You know, I want something natural. I mean, not nothing man-made and chemical stuff that's going to give me something else in the process. So that's what I did. You do what you think you need to do. I ain't telling you to do it. I'm just saying, hey, look into it. So, in other words, if you're taking a blood thinner though, watch out taking garlic tincture, because that actually induces the blood thinning action, and you could, you know, bleed a lot more freely than not having it in your system. You don't need to mix the two. Now that part is extremely true, because you don't need your blood to be too thin. You know, if your blood's too thick, that ain't a good thing. If your blood is too thin, that ain't a good thing either. Alright, but anyway, it contains a lot more good stuff in it. As far as dosage and everything, you need to look this up. Just take the time. I mean, I've told you about it. I showed you how to, or I told you how to make it. You know, it's very simple. I showed you how to strain it and store it. Now I've got to put a label on my bottle and put it in my medicine cabinet, or my herbal cabinet as I call it. And so we'll have it. And this will last us several years. I mean, the tincture itself will last several years. Depending on what we need it for or whatever, you know, we'll have it around. So, it's a good thing to always have a garlic tincture in your house. Do your own research. Get yourself well, y'all. Alright, Shalom from Hilltop Holler, y'all. HalleluYAHUWAH. Look that up too.